starting to really like it. The more you work on it, the more you see and how like just impeccable their engineering was. This pump here, man, that's such good news. Saved 17,000 bucks today already. I sent them a nasty email saying that you guys cannot choose to not sell me these parts. So I got a set of Mansory fenders, which got this little wide body thing going on here. Well, we got this final piece here. It's pretty straightforward. As you see, we've taken out the motor, the interior, the rear of the car, all the body panels. And what's left for this tub is just this front crash structure. There's a lot of bolts in this one. This is probably the biggest crash structure that I've seen. I'll give you an interesting fact. See Chase's number? 27. See the last four of the VIN right there? 02, or last three of the VIN, 027. If you look at any Bugatti VIN, the last three of the VIN is the number of car it is. So the 26th Veyron made. Pretty cool. I wonder what number one looks like. Pick it up. We gotta figure out how to get another one of these, because this looks so sick. Just without all the stuff on it. I mean, we're about ready to take out the back wings of the, I guess this is the tub, but the back wings of the tub, I don't know how to explain it. I think the biggest surprise so far that we've had has been, man, kind of how easy this car has been to take down. I think that I expected everything to just be so difficult, and the first thing we did on the car was remove the turbos, and that was by far the most difficult thing here.
That was terrible.
By far the most difficult thing. I mean, I think Andy almost wanted to light the car on fire like 25 times.
No.
Since the turbos, we've been making a lot of progress. So we're gonna get this piece to the body shop. So right now we're just gonna pop these off. This shouldn't take us too long. There's well, it looks like we can already almost take this off. Now, if you look at the motor over here, you can see that we have a lot of work to do on the motor, but I would expect the remainder of the pieces that I've ordered. We have turbos, we have new exhaust, we have new manifolds, we have all of that stuff. What we don't have is the gaskets that go here. So I have the old ones. I do not want to use those. I've sourced new ones, and I'm pretty much gonna make sure that that's 100%. I've also sourced all new oil lines, feed lines, bolts everywhere around, and harness. All of the electrical stuff is new. So I think we're gonna assemble this as the factory did. We're gonna put, we made this special bracket to mount the frame back on. So you see we have these locator pins underneath here. It's mounted to the gearbox over there. So we're gonna go through it. I am waiting for a gearbox harness. There was some damage on the gearbox harness on the inside of the car. So I expect to have somewhat of a waiting period for that. As you can see, to get these O2 sensors out, I had to destroy them. So all of this, see these zip ties, these are for the wastegates. All of this stuff has to get redone. I believe we're gonna zip through this, put this thing back together, and the hardest part is gonna be probably the interior, because we do not have any bolts for the interior at the moment. I think the biggest surprise for the condition was this belt. This belt is in perfect condition. It's a little dirty, but it literally has like no cracks, no wears, nothing. That pretty much blew my mind. The car is in better condition than I originally anticipated. Like overall better condition. Like, how are we gonna fix this? And he's like, oh, I need to build something so that we can get to the bottom of this little piece, because this is what we're gonna do. There's a little tiny bit of, I don't know what to call it, but it's a little bit of damage right here from maybe a rock or something. And so I was like, hey, let's take it to the body shop, we'll get the whole thing redone, get it all sanded down, beautiful repair. And he's like, well, how are they gonna do it? I have to stand it up. So he's like, oh, I'll just build a custom frame to stand up this one piece for 1 hour while they do it.
It's gonna be more than an hour because he has to do the bumper work on there too.
Very true. See, he already gave you guys a surprise, making a custom bumper, and couldn't afford the Vitesse bumper. Sorry, it was about $75,000, and I don't know if I wanted to give him a brand new BMW M5 for a bumper right now. So I decided not to, and we were going to make a custom bumper, because if I spent $5,000 on a custom bumper, it probably looked just the same as the Vitesse one. Locked and loaded. Let's go. We were actually kind of wondering how we're going to get the fuel tanks out, and then we all realized that there's a piece that comes off right here. See, there's these bolts all around. So we're going to take the fuel tanks out. I don't know if there's fuel in it, but it's better to just take it out and look, right? Imagine it had like 10-year-old gas in it, turned on the car, and then it was like, and just blew up. That's one side to see right there. Body being done, it's so simple. I mean, the motor, we have to assemble the motor after it's all refreshed in one piece, and you just slide the motor onto the back thing, and it's it. And you slide this on, and that's it. And then you start. The only big problem I have is I don't have the AC compressor right now. Right? Not the compressor, the blower motor. So it's still in Texas where I bought the car, and so I have to figure out how I'm gonna either get to Texas to get it, or spend the $16K to buy a new blower motor. Another one of those. I won't answer my phone calls right now. I have to file some kind of a lawsuit against him. He's got one radiator and a blower motor, and that alone is $25K. And I'm just like so over him. It's still literally, send me a picture of it. Like I know he hasn't. That's the sad part. You know what I mean? Just put it in the box, send it to me. I don't know, Andy, if it's been months, weeks, days, hours, but it feels like we ordered these years ago. France decided to ship these pieces whenever they felt like it. So now we just gotta clean it, and then we're gonna put the stuff together. But I needed these gaskets, not these ones. I thought I was gonna, right here. I needed these gaskets right here. So these are the brand new exhaust manifold gaskets. I had the other ones. I didn't like the way those looked. I didn't want to risk it. Here's the air conditioning harness. I know that one. So this little harness here, $2,900, right? Which is kind of stupid, but these go to the back of the AC compressor, AC controller in the front, and then this just goes around, plugs into all the little things. These little bad boys right here, though, took a long time. I ordered these first. I knew that these were bad from the moment I saw this car in pictures. These are the exhaust gas temp sensors, and they're specific to the Veyron. They are, never seen this before. It literally has a Volkswagen Audi group sign, but man, one car only uses this temp sensor. Look at that. Pretty. Oh, that's a pretty part. It's got a Bugatti logo on it. This is the crank pulley. Looks nice, huh?
Looks a lot better than what's on the car right now.
That's true. The front of the car had some miscellaneous like hoses missing, so I just ordered all the front ones there. Here's a new tensioner. Here's that one long bolt. Ooh, right here. It's a stud. Here is just a group of bolts. I just bought everything I could. Just all Bugatti, anything that was Bugatti specific. And check this out. They shipped me. They called me about this. They shipped me half a key. This gonna work or what? So, ESP module. Don't really even need that one. Probably just gonna turn that button off the whole time. But this is underneath the ABS module in the front. I've seen that. I don't know what this goes to.
Could that be for the fan control?
Yeah, probably. Take a look at the motor. Here is our new spark plugs. Got 8 for each side. And everything looks good in here. Super clean, no water, never water in here, nothing. We probably don't have to replace the spark plugs. But they are, what, 14, 15 years old. So I said, we're already going down this far. Why not? We're going to replace the spark plugs. These are the most expensive spark plugs on the planet. I promise you that. If you ever have to do your spark plugs, like $5,000 in just parts. I mean, this spark plug is no different than any spark plug that's anywhere else. It's even got an NGK part number on it. But these, oddly, are one of the most expensive per little item thing on the car. Don't know why. I don't think they designed this car to service it. I think they designed it for it never to ever have been serviced. Oil, sure, whatever. But other than that, they think, I bet you they picked the lifetime, spark plugs are a lifetime. They would never have to do those. O2 sensors, all this stuff that we've taken apart, you've got to pull the motor to do. We're gonna need to, we want to replace every single bolt that has surface rust on it. I mean, you can see this bolt here, right? It's on the other side of this bolt. There's half rust here and no rust here. That sucks. This is probably $7, $8 bolt from Bugatti and 30-cent bolt on a Volkswagen, and it's the same bolt. So, and going through this and ordering all of these is gonna really suck. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and just take account of how many of these we need and how many of those we need, and sit down and go to a Volkswagen parts center and just kind of start picking. I think that's the only option, because you can't really go through this with the part. When you order a part from Bugatti, there's no like parts catalog, right? You can't just go and say, hey, I need 3 of these bolts on top of the engine. You have to call the Bugatti service to give them your VIN. You have to wait 3 days for them to send you back the part schematic that you've requested. If that's the correct one you need, you then find the part number. You order the part by requesting the authorization to order the part. They then give you a price, an ETA, and if it's possible to even order. And then they say, we'll get to it when we can, after you pay for it. That's why those parts showed up months and months and months after, because they don't have like a parts bin there, right? And in France, they also don't really think that it's important to fix old Bugattis versus building new Bugattis. So a lot of the parts that you see are coming off of the assembly line. Here's our new turbos right here. Small, yes, but effective. We went ahead and had these rebuilt with some better billet wheels and a whole bunch of really cool internal stuff. I'm waiting for I think I'm waiting for the wastegates. I don't know. I'm not really keen into turbo technology. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we're gonna make it a fast car. So right now we're gonna replace the spark plugs. That's that. But how could you? That's the biggest piece in the whole box. How did you miss that one? But the main thing is just cleaning everything off. So we put it in and we feel confident that it's gonna look nice. I mean, no sense in having a couple $1 million car if the engine doesn't look nice. How do they f me like this? I don't understand. Look at all the parts I bought them.